Hello everybody, welcome to Into the Dead Ark Stays. This will be my zombie guide for Into the Dead for those who wants to understand zombies better and help in their what? There's a cow? Anyways, in this episode I will teach you guys how to deal with zombies. I'm gonna increase the volume real quick. Okay, it's effects actually, so voice is a little bit up. Okay. So most of the time this type of zombie is normal grunt. They have They typically stand still unless evoked by voice or other tools. They typically take 8 seconds to turn around. As soon as she turns around, we're gonna start counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They turn around and 8 seconds per each side. These type of zombies typically at the easiest threats to deal with. They become a problem when there's like a background zombies there when you need to use a silent weapon. There doesn't seem like any weapons in the background. Weapons in the background. So I'll be doing a stealth kill with a blunt weapon, which is a noisy one. Pretty easy. There's a cow. Why do zombies don't attack cows? I wonder why. Second type of zombies, the ones that they walk. They're same as always. They have a particular path and they turn back. So these ones, they typically take 3 seconds to turn around. They typically have a selected path. They go back and forth patrolling, and when they arrive here, they take 3 seconds and they slowly turn around. So when they finish the pathing, they take 1, 2, 3, then turn around, and they just continue their patrol going here and reaching the end and waiting 1, 2, 3, and just going back around. Typically, zombies alone are not threats. Let's see, let's follow. Oh, two zombies, one going forward, one coming back. We're gonna see as this guy comes up to the door, he's gonna take 3 seconds and he's gonna turn around. We're gonna count 1, 2, 3, turn. He's gonna turn, and the next one's coming. Now, over here, I'm forced to use a silent weapon. As soon as they start turning, you're free to open the door. Screwdriver takes like 4 hits to the neck and it locks you down to animation. So you guys gonna see as soon as I'm gonna switch to noisy weapons, so the one in the background hears me. As soon as he turns, I open the door, give it back, and the other one hears. So here's the important part. I'm gonna take out this guy with a gun. So it's important to watch them, and when they attack, you press Q to dodge. It's pretty normal, right? Be careful, the zombies don't get stun locked. They stagger. After 3 or hits, depends on the speed of the weapon and zombies and how they act. I'm currently playing in hard mode, so I don't think the attack pattern changes. You take 3 swings, and most of the time you dodge. Be careful, some zombies are slow hitters, so even though you dodge, you're not invincible all the way out. Towards the end, you're out, but you can double dodge. Currently, I'm out of stamina, as you guys can see at the bottom left corner. So you can dodge back to back if you mess up the timing. So keep an eye on the stamina bar, and you should be alright. Let's continue. Couple of ways you can get zombies to move. There is noise. So this one seems like he's stationary and he won't turn around. Does he look back? Oh, he does look back. So these are the twitchers. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Well, that's the issue. I messed it up. I'm gonna change the weapon real quick. 1, 2, 3. Here's the other one. I'm not gonna bother with him, so I didn't mess it up. So early on, you don't have any weapons to mess with, and this specific character is I pick sharpshooter and gunslinger, so revolvers does more damage. So early on, your best friend is brick. When you throw these at the zombies, they get knocked down to the floor. So here is when you agitate zombies, they go into a frenzy. They're like faster and harder to predict. And here's the guy. So this is stationary, and the other one is patrolling. Best way to deal with this: take a faster weapon, but in this case, this is not in a good sync up, so I have to wait for him to turn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big guys are always worth to take down. I'm gonna use a silent weapon so the other one doesn't hear me, and I'm just gonna run back. So as you guys saw, Shiv and military combat, this guy right here, they have the fastest kill animation. They take one fast swoop swipe, and this guy at the background, by the way. So I'm gonna need to use uh, silent weapon. But unlike a Shiv, the screwdriver takes multiple hits. So you guys gonna see this takes one, two, three, four. It takes 4 hits before the zombie is dead. So be careful when you use like certain silent weapons. You're not locked into an animation. Okay. Same with melees. Certain weapons one shot from stealth kill, and certain weapons with blunt weapons or sharp weapons, the not the noisy ones, they take one hit or multiple hits depending on the tier of the weapon. The early on you have like the lower durability, low tier weapons. They typically take multiple hits. And also let's take a look. So I'm not sure myself. So what I'm gonna do is when there's like a one background strugglers, when you linger around too much, they get notified of your presence and they start going from background to the foreground and start patrolling. So we're gonna go upstairs and we're gonna count how many seconds it takes for them to get notified. So you guys have an idea. But before I do that, I'm gonna clear out the next door room and we're gonna count together how long it takes. Let's take a peek. So there is, okay, so this one is patrolling. We saw one by the curtains and one by the shower. So we're gonna take a screwdriver. Turn around, please. And we're gonna take him out. And then the one in the background shouldn't be able to hear me because the silent weapon. So what we're gonna do is come back down here. We're gonna reset his timer and we're gonna go up. But I'm gonna equip my gun in case, because you guys thought there's like 2 zombies there. In case they wake up, we're gonna deal with it. Okay, so we go here, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. It takes 60 seconds for the background zombie to become aware of your presence and start hunting at the foreground. Okay, now we know. And while I'm here, I'm gonna show you guys how to use the brick. So, be careful, brick also makes noise. So what you do is they come up, don't let them scream, of course, and you just do like that. As you guys can see, brick is your best weapon. It's odd to say. You can do it without a weapon as well when they're knocked down. You can finish them off like that as well. So your brick is your best weapon, but be careful. They're scarce, so don't use them all at once, okay? So we're gonna equip my gun because endgame and it's difficult. You get 1 minute before these background zombies aware that you're around. So don't linger too much. I'm gonna show you guys. So I'm gonna use a noisy weapon that you guys gonna see. So this way, the guy next door shouldn't be heard me, and nor these guys heard me, even though the door is open. So the way that this game works is it's room based. So this has, you can assassinate or self kill in this room, and these backgrounds won't hear you. But if there is anybody here in this room's background, and if you use a noisy weapon, they will be aware and they will come from the background to the forefront and start attacking you. So be careful how you use it. By the way, I'm hard difficulty. In normal difficulty, all the noise stuff, so this needs to be like this. Okay, just like that. It was a perfect timing. So this guy shouldn't be hearing me if I take this guy out with a noisy weapon. So I'm gonna come around and I'm gonna take him with a noisy weapon. Yeah, look at that. He didn't hear it. Let's take a look here. I'm gonna bother. Okay, this is a good example of where you need to use a silent weapon. Or you can do it like this. You can open the door and make sure this guy who's roaming So he's gonna turn back from here. So you can hide here, or so be careful when hiding here. There's sometimes zombies halfway, they don't complete their paths all the way. I always recommend going behind a door where it's guaranteed. Like that. You see? The zombies sometimes AI get messed up and they just stop halfway through instead of going all the way through. So make sure you use. So if I was hiding there, for example, the zombie, actually he stopped there, so he wouldn't have seen me. But if he stopped here and turned around, he would have seen me, and both of these zombies would attack me. One from behind, sorry, two from behind, and one from forefront, which would be a really bad problem. So what I want to do is I'm gonna let the zombie finish his path and go all the way down. I'm gonna close this door. I'm gonna let this guy in there. Oh, I can't close the door, so we'll just continue on with our own path. So we're gonna go here. So this room is clear, and I didn't need to use any weapon. Let's drink this. Let's drink this and take this. Let's take a look here. Okay, so this gal doesn't move, so I'm gonna get her with a silent weapon. And there's this one fast guy, right? I get a minute here, so I'm good here for now. I'm gonna see when he comes back. He comes back. He's super fast, so he turns around, and we're gonna check out upstairs. Okay, we're taking a look. So we saw that there was a twitchy guy here. So when you're here, like in the letters in, you're fine. So I'm gonna go a little bit down. I'm gonna bring my blunt weapon in case the big girl notices. So as soon as the twitchy ones turn around, okay. Well, it's a messy one. That's okay though. I'm gonna end the run anyways. So if you guys didn't know, when you get deep wounded by a zombie, there's a good chance your survivor is infected. That being said, I wanted to do this guide before continuing a new playthrough anyways, so Kirk being infected doesn't bother me. That being said, that's a good way to mess it up. So when you're hard difficulty, when you get, that's why you don't want to conform zombies, because in hard mode, typically once you get below on normal mode and early game, I believe on hard mode as well, early game should be fine. But so as the zombies get stronger, they do more hit points of damage. As your this bar indicates the halfway point. So when you're below this, that's when the nasty flesh wounds, bruised ribs, uh, deep wounds starts from once you get below certain health threshold. That being said, even though you're full health, you still have a like low chance of getting deep wounded or certain afflictions happening. That being said, it's hard mode, so even I don't get below certain health threshold, I will still get infected because that's how the difficulty works. So likely I'm gonna have to use my weapon right around here. So here should be fine. So as you guys can see, as I make noise, all these zombies will come around. So I'm quite late game, so I can one-shot all the zombies, but your character is likely not so strong from early on, so be careful. Good weapons. So as the level of the tier of your weapon increases, the more chance of getting that critical hit, which lets you just finish off zombies. Okay, let's open the door and let's just leave home. Alrighty, hello everybody. So I picked this up from season 2, episode 8, and here is the one example of how I deal with twitchies. So typically twitchers are when they're standing, this is like a great training area. What they do is they look once, on the shoulder twice, 3 times, and 4 times. They get 5 seconds. One, two, three, 4, 5. 5 seconds of cooldown in between. On the shoulder twice, 3 times, and one more, 4. And you get 5 seconds. One, two, three, 4, 5. And that's how you deal with them. Typically, you can hear the big boys, they have a distinct sound. They have this like kind of deeper voice. And only way to deal with them, there's no stealthing here. They're super slow. So only way you can distract them is just gun or try to distract them by pebbles, bottles. Basically, the main way of dealing with these is just indirectly. So you don't deal with them. You just wait them out or just stealth them or lock them into the door and or you get to deal with them with guns. If you turn around, I swear to God. Exactly. All right, with that, we're at the end of our zombie guide. I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget, the hardest part is the early game, and the most fun part is the most of the time is late game when you get enough gun and ammo, and you get to maw through zombies and all these bad boys. For example, this is one of the missions of Bowman when you unlock the stadium. I'm not gonna spoil it, but basically the amount of zombies there are is just it gets impossible. If there's any time there's a groups of them, there's no way you can deal with them. So the best and fun part is Endgame where you get to maul your resources against the zombies and just enjoy the chaos. As you guys can see from the background, there's so many zombies and I just use a firecracker and grenade combo and just spend your resources and go out with a bang, you know? Hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care. Goodbye.